Hi, 8th grade. Welcome to my Prezi on traits in the environment. This is perfect for anyone who was absent or needs to have another review of the material. So let's get started. Our learning objectives for this lesson will be comparing and contrasting phenotypes and genotypes, describing some of the effects the environment has on traits, and explaining how traits are formed. So first we'll start with what are traits? Traits are the features that an organism has, and two examples might be eye color and hair color. As a human, you have thousands of traits, and information for traits is found on hereditary material called DNA in cells. Characteristics of DNA. DNA contains information needed to produce an organism. It exists as chromosomes in cells with a nucleus, and it has segments of a DNA code on a chromosome called genes. As you might remember from my previous video and from class, phenotypes and genotypes are both types of traits. Genotype is the genes that an organism has or its genetic code, and the phenotype is the combination of genetic makeup and environment, or what you see or what an organism looks like. You might remember my cake analogy. Ingredients that are used to make the cake are the genotype, and what the cake looks like on the outside is the phenotype. So how the environment affects your phenotype. How much the environment affects phenotype varies from organism to organism. The environment doesn't have much effect on some phenotypes, such as eye color. However, other phenotypes mostly due to the environment's influences. For example, the color of a hydrangea's flowers depends on the soil that it's planted in. As you can see, these hydrangeas are both different colors, and the colors of hydrangea depend on the type of soil that it grows in. If it's acidic, it's one color, and if it's more of a neutral soil, then it's another color. How the environment affects phenotypes. Some influences are external, such as the amount of light an organism receives or the temperature in which the organism lives. Other environmental influences are internal. Human brain cells will not develop normally unless they are acted upon by a thyroid hormone during their development. The hormone is part of the body's internal environment. Effects of the environment also include growth. Organisms grow and develop differently depending on the environment in which they live. For example, trees grow differently if they grow in a dense forest versus standing alone in the middle of the field. Another effect of the environment includes appearance. An organism's appearance will vary depending on the environment. Temperature and seasons may affect the way an organism looks at different points of its life or during different parts of the year. And finally, the gender can also be affected by the environment. Most living things are usually born male and female and remain that way for life. However, some species of fish are born with the ability to change their gender. And this allows the species to maintain a desired male to female ratio in a group under different conditions. So depending on what the environment needs, the fish will then change from male to female or vice versa. So there it is in brief. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me on Edmodo or my email. Thank you.